So my name is Tim Crouch and I am directing a play called Jeramee, Hartleby and Oooglemore at the Unicorn Theatre. Jeramee, Hartleby and Oooglemore. Oooglemore is spelt with 3 O's at the beginning, so it's Oooglemore. And Jeramee is actually spelt with 2 E's at the end, so it should be Jeramee, Hartleby and Oooglemore. I give some time to the pronunciation of that title because a lot of time is given to how words are spoken in the play, because the only words that are spoken in the entire play are the words Jeramee, Hartleby and Oooglemore. So what we kind of have is 3 clowns, really. They're not clowns like circus clowns, but they're clowns in a tradition, European tradition of openness and idiocy and glorious stupidity and being in the present moment. And we have a fantastic physical variety. We have a clown who is tall and lanky, and we have a clown who is short and bouncy, and we have a clown who's lovely and large and slow and cuddly. Well, anyone who feels sometimes that their vocabulary is not as expansive as they would want it to be, it's about trying to come to grips with the complexities of the world and having very few words with which to do it. And that's a pretty clear state for a 3 or 4-year-old, 5-year-old, or even someone my age, really. Particularly for young people who are struggling because they have so much to say, but they don't yet have the words to say it with. I think there's a really good conversation to be had about what, well, I suppose the word is subtext, what's being said underneath the words, and what do we get off people's body language, facial expressions, because it's, that's all these 3 characters really have to go on. They just have the energy of their expressions, the volume and the tone of their expressions, and the energy of their physicality to communicate. And that's a really interesting subject for someone to take away from this show, really. How, if we remove language from the equation, how detailed we can still be in our levels of communication. I think the thing to say above all else is it's a really funny thing. It's a really funny play. It's a play unlike any play I know, really. And when I first read it, I was just aware of the hugeness of it, the scale of what it communicates. So there's lots in it, you know, even though there is that limitation, there's a huge amount in it about status, about how we coexist with each other, how we get on with our friends or our siblings or mates that we love and sometimes hate and have difficulties with and sometimes can't do without. It's a joyful play. It's a play in the true spirit of the word play, you know. It's not a piece of literature, but it's a piece of live theatre. And I think it will be very responsive to the audience, you know, to the children in the audience, to the laughter of the audience. With that kind of clowning, you always play off the audience, you know. You don't pretend there's a wall in front of you in the audience. You're completely with them, in them. They affect, infect, change, influence what you do. And you then have that same effect on them.